The video starts when there's liquid and pauses when not. Welcome back, everybody. We are here once again, and I don't know, this is an interesting level. I haven't done the nighttime lava theme in forever. It's been forever since I've done this theme, so I completely forgot about how it even worked. So I don't know, it's kind of weird that you can just swim through the air, which begs the question: is what I'm swimming through right now liquid? Like, it appears that the air right now is liquid, or is just the lava liquid. Like, I don't know. I would say me swimming through the air is liquid. I mean, I don't know. It's really hard to like say. I mean, it's really just air and it's an effect. But like, I don't know. I feel like practically in the Mario universe, you can consider the air to be liquid because I mean, you're not gonna find this anywhere else. And I mean, you know, you're swimming through the air. The air is a liquid of some sort. You know, it's kind of hard to define. It's weird for sure. I don't know. But I mean, yeah, any liquids will count. Lava, water, poison. I'm gonna count the air. Debate me if you want to, but I'm gonna count the air just because I don't know. It's basically the same thing. I mean, I don't know. You're swimming through the air. It's a liquid. But on other news, regarding like the Switch 2, I've seen a lot of people be really concerned about the little side, how the Switch has like the sliders, so it locks in differently to the Switch versus the Switch 2 has it so that, you know, you obviously snap it in with like the different like connectors. And a lot of people seem to be concerned with the fact that that might make it hard to, like, it might break it. But I don't know. People seem to think that you can just, like, snap off the Joy-Con and it'll just come off. I don't think that's how it is. It looks like that connector is inside the little mold. Like, it's inside the offset that's from the Switch itself. So I think that's going to be fine. And then you also have to think about the fact that I don't think that this actual connector piece is like flimsy. I feel like it's probably pretty solid in there. And I feel like it's magnetized. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be honestly easier than a regular Switch instead of having to slide. You can only really do it one direction. Like it'll be, I don't know. I think it'll be good. I mean, I think it'll be getting used to because we've been used to this for the past 8 years or whatever it's been, and so I understand the concern, but I don't know. I think it's fine, honestly. I am excited. I'm hoping that it's going to be a pretty good console. I mean, I imagine so. I should probably get out of the way of Luigi. I kind of want us to actually get through this level. And currently, when somebody's in front of the door, the bad thing here is that nobody can actually get in the door otherwise. And of course, like, the frames are only going to count if I actually see it. So right now, I see water at the bottom of the screen. But of course, as soon as I jump up here, I will no longer... I could imagine if there was like a Super Mario 3D maker or whatever, I could imagine somebody making a multiplayer level like this, like just like the repeating, but it's in 3D, and I don't know if that'd be better or worse than how it is right now. Crazy to me that this game is already like, it's like 5.5 years old. Like sometimes to me it feels like I just really hope that this series isn't done already and like it's actually gonna keep going. Like I hope that the Switch 2, I mean, obviously the Wii U had one, slash 3DS, the Switch one had one, and I just hope that Nintendo has something creative up their sleeve. They're always creative, they always have something going, so I hope that there's something else to come. Because, I mean, I don't know, it's a good series, I like these games, and it feels like, yeah, Nintendo always has something creative up their sleeve. They're, like, never static in what they do, so I really hope that whatever's next, that they continue to keep moving forward, making something cool, something unique for us to be able to play. I feel like a 3D Mario Maker is just the natural progression. 2D is kind of limited. They could do other 2D games, but I don't know. I just really hope for some more in the Switch 2. I think one game that needs to have a sequel is Captain Toad Adventures. I just think it's I don't know. It's a really banger game. Most people appreciate it as much as I think that they should appreciate it. I just think it's silly. It's just a really fun game. I mean, I don't know. The 3D World version of it was it was mid, but I just think it's a really good game. On the Switch, it was one of my favorite games because I never played it on the Wii U. So like the deluxe version of it, or whatever you want to call it, was really good. I don't know, I just think it's really fun, the little puzzles. I'm a big puzzle guy, so one thing I will say about the Captain Toad game is that you have never felt so much anxiety until you have played the mummy copies, the Mario, whatever that level is, the endless version, where like there's like 20 mummies just chasing you and you have to like run for your life because it's just terrifying and they're all, you're just trying not to die. Like, I don't know, it gets crazy, and then like, once you get a pickaxe, you just have a sense of relief because you can finally kill them off for a little bit. And I don't know, it's dumb, but I don't know, it's a fun mode, and there's just a lot of fun stuff in that game as a whole. And I don't know if I want this mushroom. I mean, any power up is a power up, but I don't know, the big mushroom sometimes just is not the best power up to have. I would say, I don't know. It's a good sense of security, and at least I have a regular mushroom now. I would say that, I don't know, I love the spin-offs of Mario games, honestly. I mean, the main are always, of course, great. But then the spin-offs are just something else, because Nintendo, in my opinion, doesn't like, they don't like short us on any of the content that we have. I never have to feel like I'm getting like minutes. Like, but I'm just really excited to see what they have. See, I feel like having Mario's cap, like it feels so normal now because I've done so much, watched a lot of stuff with Odyssey. But I don't know. I feel like, but at the time, having Mario's cat be alive, and then like actually be able to do a bunch of crazy movement with it. That, I don't know, it's normal now, but back then, like even like 8 years ago, that's like just a weird concept. Like why would they do that? That's such a weird thing. So I don't know, I'm really curious to see what they have going on. I mean, it's gonna be cool to see what kind of things they want to bring up next, because Nintendo's just always inventive. Like, or like with like Wonder, where you can turn into an elephant. Like nobody would have thought that you would have been an elephant in Mario unless it was like some fan creation. So I don't know, it's really funny, really cool to see what Nintendo can do. Nintendo certainly has their fair share of issues, of course, with like their copyright that they just don't want to get out anywhere. I mean, leaks are also issues, but I don't know. Sometimes Nintendo is justified, sometimes not. Like with like emulators that people have, and like, I don't know, different things that people do with the games that are like 30 years old. I think they could probably be more lax on that, but I don't know. It's fine. I mean, I would say Nintendo is a pretty solid company. I don't really have any real complaints. Like, with some stuff, yes, they could be better, for sure. But overall, I mean, I don't know. They are one of the better companies, I would say, in terms of game making and overall customer satisfaction. And now I'm about to change subject, which is really random, but I don't know. Just because I wanted to talk about it. I was baking cookies the other day, and, you know, cookies are such a weird thing because it's like, you know the saying, there's about like 10 different ways to skin a cat. There's like 20 different ways to make a cookie. Like you can, like the different amount of ingredients and such that you can use to be able to change the way that you make it is just, I don't know, it's interesting. Because like, I didn't have brown sugar for my recipe. And so like, usually that's a pretty crucial ingredient because it adds some good moisture and such. And so I didn't have any brown sugar on me. I didn't really want to have to go to the store. So my alternative was to, if I had molasses, that'd be the best option because, you know, that's what's extracted from white sugar when it's made. So like that would have been the best first option. Of course, I didn't have molasses, so then the next option I found was to make brown sugar would have been to then have, you know, maple syrup. I didn't have any maple syrup, so in conclusion, you know, I ended up using honey, which it was kind of weird, but it wasn't as weird as I would have thought it would have been because I don't know, the honey, it definitely tasted like honey cookies for sure. But it honestly wasn't like that weird because I don't know. I mean, it took some getting used to, but I think it was pretty good. It was pretty decent, and I don't know. It was a decent cookie, and I mean, it made it quite a bit. It was nice, and I mean, I think like baking like that is just, I don't know. It's an interesting thing because like usually with some recipes, you know, you can't just like substitute in and out interchangeably. That's not really. I'm gonna die now. No, the lava rising screwed me over. What? That's unfair. I don't know if this level is even possible because of that aspect of this. We'll get to that. That's fine. And I mean, even like so other baking recipes, I feel like it's pretty specific on what you can and can't use. But cookies, I don't know. There's like so many different ways. Some people like them thinner, some people like them thicker or like puffier. And like there's not like one way to make a cookie that everybody's gonna like. It's differing no matter what you do. So I don't know. It's interesting that that it can vary that much and still produce a really decent cookie. Because I don't know, stuff like bread, I feel like is a lot more specific for what you need to include in it for it to be like a decent loaf. To make sure it has the right blend, make sure the like the gluten structure builds enough. Versus cookies, really there's like a whole bunch of different ways. Same thing with like brownies. Some people like it fudgier, some people like it just different ways. I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot of different ways to enjoy food. And I think sometimes people get too worked up about the way they like food that they don't even allow to enjoy food the way they like it. So, I don't know, I think it's important to keep that in mind when making food too. Like, you don't always need to cook it the same way. I mean, as long as it's, and I mean, there's certainly if it's like some harmful in some way, you should like say something about it, but I don't know. Sometimes people just get like way too worked up. Like, if it's edible and if it's like not gonna like be super detrimental to your health if you consume it once, you know, it's really not that big of a deal. And I don't know, sometimes people just get worked up, and I think that's good to think about. Like on online videos, that's like a common theme, obviously, is just to get worked up about some video, even though it really doesn't matter. I have a feeling it's stuck here again. Like, I don't know that's gonna be true, but no, I definitely am. Yeah, it just rises before we even get to the room. I don't think even restarting the level will help, because that issue is happening, I'll do it just to flatter them. And, you know, we'll say this, you know, we'll say this is the last level of the video, and, you know, we'll see how this goes, but I don't think that we're going to be able to finish this level. Just based on how it is, I don't think it's possible. And, I mean, I don't know. I'll give it my best try. But I'm pretty sure the lava just no matter what happens, and there's nothing we can even do about it. It's just going to keep rising, and we're just going to have to lose the level. And, you know, I mean, at least I won't lose any gamer points, which, I mean, you know, we always love that. But, I don't know. It's just, it's kind of weird. Come on, Toad. Toad killed me. I was going to make that jump. And, is Luigi making it? I don't think he is. I don't think, yeah, no, he's not. This level's impossible. It's not, I don't know. We're going to be sitting here for another 60 seconds, twiddling our thumbs. I'm going to toss Luigi into the lava, because, like, what else are we going to do with our lives? I'm just, I'm just going with the motions here. I mean, it's a good level, but this is another thing that I feel like there's got to be some way to fix. Sometimes this is a good feature for the level to keep moving, even when you're going through a pipe, because it needs to stay live, but I feel like if you're the first one in that area, like if you're the first one in a certain sub-area, you shouldn't force them to then get screwed over like this, because this level is impossible as a single player, as like a multiplayer match. And like in single player, I'm sure this level is great, but currently it's impossible. And I don't know, it's just, it's not, I don't know, it's one of those things. I don't know if there's a way to fix this. It obviously needs to stay in sync, but I feel like there's a lot of different ways you could do this that would not make it impossible like this, but I don't know. Anyways, guys, hope you have a good one. This was a fun one, and leave an idea down below for this kind or any kind of video.